Good morning, class 7. So, today we are going to cover up If poem by Rudyard Kipling. So, basically, this poem is an advice from a father to his son. So, it's a very symbolic way that suggests to get rewards only after you have fulfilled the preconditions. And the entire poem is an advice on how to reach your goal. Okay, how to become a good gentleman with your behavior, how you should behave. So, these are all the things that the poem deals in. So let us cover up the poem. We will do two stanzas today, and in the next class we will complete the other two. So what is said? If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good nor talk too wise. So, firstly, see the first things that often considered to be one of the most inspirational poems written if takes the reader through several situations, both positive and negative. So there are two sides of this poem. The one might face in life. So we, throughout our life, we face positivity and negativity. So here the poet wants to tell its readers that we should face both with courageousness and overcome all the negativity and come out in life with positive attributes. So, advising one, what does the poem do? It advises one to be patient, humble, and honest in all situations. So, the first stanza, to be a good human being and to succeed in life, we should keep calm when other people around us are losing their coolness. Okay, they are abusing you, they are telling something to you, you cannot do something, right? They are mocking at you, so you need not pay any heed to that. We should not lose our temperament even if others are blaming us for their fault. So they have done something wrong and they are blaming at you. You should not pay botherance to them. So losing the temper does not solve a problem, rather intensifies that. Okay, it will create more problem. Keeping the head cool, like MS Dhoni, he keeps his head cool, whether in any conditions in cricket, right? So keep the head cool, make us think wisely to face those tough conditions or situations, and ultimately solution will surely come out. What is next said? If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. So we should have the faith in ourselves even when others doubt us. But after that, we should give some importance to their doubt too and try to find out what may be the reason for their suspicion. Okay, because we are humans and humans will make mistakes, so we need to put some efforts that why they are telling to us, what is the fault in us, we should also find that. So by keeping faith in ourselves, we make sure that we don't get demoralized or disheartened. And by allowing others doubt a little space of thought, we ensure that we are not doing something wrong knowingly or unknowingly. We don't do mistakes knowingly or maybe knowingly. We then rectify it. So the poet here tells us that we should rectify by listening to others, we should rectify our mistakes. Not the whole things, but small things that we can rectify in our life. Come to the next stanza. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, okay, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. Okay, see, in the first stanza only, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting. So we should work hard and wait for the result patiently. Suppose you have done something, you are waiting for the result now only. So no, you have to be patient. We should not get tired by waiting. So there are number of things in real life, that examples where people missed big opportunities only by losing their patience. Suppose you want to do something, you want to gain something, but you don't have patience, you are losing it completely. So you should have patience in your life. Then what it is said, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. So the speaker also tells us that not to deal in lies. Okay. In other words, we should always remain truthful in our life, and allow nobody to take us to some mislead situation. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. So people may show their hatred towards us, yet we should not hate them. We should show our love and respect to others. Suppose somebody is hating you, you are replying them back with your hate. So don't reply them back with your hate. What will you do? You will show them love and respect, rather deal in good qualities of your life. And yet don't look too good nor too wise. So the last line suggests us not to be overconfident. We sometimes think that we cannot make mistakes. We are so good. We show our life with positive attitude, but too much of positiveness leads to what? Overconfidence. So the poet also warns us that we should not be overconfident in our life. Okay. So these all good qualities mentioned above, so people generally feel proud and tend to show off how good they are. But the poet is warning us not to be so good. Okay, it will lead us to what? It will prove us wrong and give us very unhealthy competition in our life. So now move to next stanza. If you can dream and not make dreams your master. What does this mean? To do something bigger, we should dream first. But the poet also reminds us not to guide it by unrealistic dreams, which you cannot fulfill in your life. That should not deal us. So if dreams take the driver's seat, we should get detached from reality and eventually fail. So something which is very unrealistic in your life, you want to get that. If you want to get that what will happen? You will land in trouble. You will land in failure. So dream something that is real. Then if you can think and not make the thoughts your aim, what does this mean? We should be able to think over a matter, but should not make the thoughts our aim. So what we are thinking, you have to reach that. No, that is to say that we often lose our rudder, means the map. Rudder means map, and get detached from the main point. So our thinking should not be scattered, misleading us away from the target. We should be focused. So what you are thinking, be in that thinking, that path of thinking. Do not deflect from that path. Then if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. So life is what? Life is a combination of success and failure. So disaster, capitalizing and calling them two imposters, pretenders or cheaters. So triumphers, pretenders or cheaters. These are the two imposters. So people becomes too happy in success and forgets their duty at hand. And we may also get too complacent or proud at a small success. So reducing our chances to reach higher goals. Again, at bad times, if we are too grieved, we may lose our faith and confidence in both cases. So our regular course of work is hampered. So that is why the poet calls triumph and disaster the two imposters. He asks us to treat those deceivers similarly with a smiling face. In short, don't be too happy or too sad under any circumstances. So what does this mean? That you should not be too happy with very small success, or you should not be too sad for any small disaster. Okay. So you have to deal both your success and failure in a positive way. Okay, you have to take everything in an optimistic way. So you should not be too much happy for triumph, and you should not be too much depressed about disaster. So if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by names to make a trap for fools. So you should have to bear the tough situations. Poet is telling us where we see that our speech or statement is distorted by someone to befool others. So very often we see that people misinterpret or even deliberately distort our words to use it in their flavor. So we say something, people are taking it in another way. So we should not lose our temper hearing that. So when you hear that he being my friend taking my words in a negative way, I am telling him for positivity of life and he's taking it in negative way. So is he my friend? So you should not lose your temper. You should not tell him anything. Okay. So rather we should tolerate that. We have to bear that, ensuring we have spoken the truth. What you have done, you know by yourself that it is by yours, and you have spoken the truth. So never to be worried about what others say. What you know you can do, you have to do it by yourself rather than listening to others. So next, or what's the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. So we have to hold our nerves even after seeing that our favorite thing that we build with all our effort and time is broken. So then we have to pick up the scattered parts and build it all over again. So what does this mean? So this lines that, or what's the things you give to your life to broken, means something you have made something very intensely with with your full concentration, you have created something, but you see that that thing is broken. So what will you do? Will you be depressed? No, you cannot be depressed. What you need to do, you have to collect all those broken pieces, then again make the similar thing that you already had made. Okay, you have to collect those pieces and make it again. You should not lag behind, or you should not be depressed. So that is what, this is the another key of getting to the top of the world. If you can succeed over failure. Okay, to keep our cool is not easy in such a situation, but patience and the mental toughness. Okay, mental toughness would help us build them again. So indeed, there is a story about you must have heard the story of Newton, that the papers containing his theories were destroyed in fire. You know, right? So it was for his dog that Newton had lost all his theory papers, and he wrote them again from the beginning. So can you imagine? So if you create something, then you are seeing it getting destroyed, you need to recreate it. Rather getting depressed, rather getting angry, rather losing your temper, you should create it again. So this we are coming to this end of second stanza. We will continue with third and fourth stanza in the next class. The word bank, imposters and knaves, these both are important. You need to learn them. Okay, once I complete with this chapter, with this poem, then I will continue with the reference to the context and question answers. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.